The pony accidentally fell into a desperate situation, struggled desperately, trying to crave the help of a companion. However, the companions who travel long distances are also unable to protect themselves. He begged for a lot of happiness, and he lost movement for a while. With the coming of raining, millions of wildebeest and good brother zebras gather here, formed a huge army of animals to find grasslands full of green spaces and drinking water. They are born to wander. Wandering is the only way to survive. However, during this journey, thrilling step by step, you can die young if you're not careful. Through the endless wilderness, suddenly stopped. A river blocks the millennium. Even if you see a deadly threat in the water, still can't stop their desire to move forward. Led by a male wildebeest, the wildebeest in the back is also close behind. They have nothing to fear. As more and more animal armies arrive, the river looks crowded, but there's still a steady stream of wildebeest joining it. This spectacular scene is not easy to see, due to the abnormally steep ramp with the opposite bank. The team full of horses is not unexpected. There is an accident. There was a stampede. Countless wildebeests were injured. No treatment. All that awaits them is a fateful ending. Some wildebeests even suffered secondary damage. Become a stepping stone for companions to come ashore. Every living being has its own unique judgment. Wildebeests are no exception. See, the lion that just crowded up has paid a heavy price. There is only bustling in the river now. Few wildebeest cross the river. No more radical behavior to begin with. I thought it would be safe to cross the river. That would be a big mistake. The crocodile has been waiting for a long time. He went downstream, pounced on the lone wildebeest. Fortunately, the wildebeest takes a position. Avoid this deadly. Not every wildebeest is so lucky. The wildebeest that managed to cross the river was unfortunate. Came to a steep cliff. He followed the steep slope to find a place to go ashore. As I walked, I saw the motionless companion in front of me. The front foot is submerged in silt after just one step. Fortunately, it stopped in time. The road is a dead end. Worth helpless. Turn around and break into the river again, finding a safe way back to shore. They say bad luck. It is easy to choke on water. This wildebeest has no luck. Coincidentally bumped into an old crocodile coming from afar. One bite. The crocodile successfully bit the target. The bite strength of crocodiles is obvious to all. Once bitten, either you die or the other person dies. The foot horse is slowly dragged underwater. However, the foot horse that just got stuck in the mud, soon to be targeted. Watching the danger approach him, I struggled with my life and couldn't move. I was bitten by a crocodile on the spine, pulled into the water and quickly submerged. After a while, he lost his life compared to him. This wildebeest is more desperate than he is. The body struggle is in vain. A small river. How many migrant members were blocked? We don't know. But this is just the first hors d'oeuvres. The danger is not only. It's as simple as crossing a steep river and the endless plain. Carnivores on the plains is their greatest danger. In order to survive, they had to. As time goes by, wildebeests cross the Mara River. Come and stay in the savanna. Welcome to life. They have to travel with their new life. The wildebeest herd will be released in 2 weeks and 14 days, giving birth to hundreds of thousands of babies. And the wildebeest takes a few minutes to give birth. Stand firm, independent walking. Because of the predators on the grasslands, and the master animal instinctively knows their migration time, it is also accurate that the wildebeest will have babies again. For them, newborns are a delicious feast at your fingertips. But for the little baby, if you can't walk as soon as possible, you risk being reduced to a carnivore's played Samson. With the help of my mother, and the little wildebeest takes hold. Facing wildebeest with rhino horn threat. Leopard general. The target shifted to more cost-effective small zebras in order to enable children to survive better. Decided to let the cubs hunt by themselves, and he improvised. But soon, I learned the anger of Zebra Hazi. The little leopard just had an idea. The zebra chased him for 2 miles. It took unnatural advantage to get away with it, and the older leopard was bewildered. It seems that no old lady is vegetarian. Predation has to be remembered, day by day. Flower newspaper that has never had a chance to do it, knowing that they will leave soon. At this time, the figure of the little wildebeest toddling become the focus of hungry eyes. After a while, Flower Treasure relies on its speed advantage. Successfully evade the blockade of the wildebeest mother. Fight the wildebeest. The wildebeest is concerned about this, but there is nothing he can do. Follow the army away from this dangerous place. Wait for the Huabao family to eat and drink. The bald uncle of the Serengeti steppe also came closer. Want a piece of the action? Bald uncle as a large bird of prey, but not very aggressive. Mainly the carcasses of large animals and other decaying animals, occasionally attacking small carcass hunting animals. Known as a cleaner on the grassland, the millennial army is on its way again. Only the lucky ones, eligible to inherit this really race of life and death. In pursuit of the rain, they step forward. This grand, the migration action. How many animals will die? How many will survive? It's a cruel journey. The zebra that escaped from Serengeti finally arrived here. The most dangerous place on Earth, the Mara River. This is in the Serengeti steppe, and the Masai Mara separated these two grasslands. Escaping animals. We must cross this dreadful river to reach the Masai Mara. A hungry zebra plunges recklessly into the river. Young him! It seems that I have not yet experienced the horror of this river. The crocodile that has been waiting in the river for a year. Of course, you're welcome. He attacked this reckless zebra. The terrified zebra swam back quickly, want to go back to shore. But how could he come here whenever he wanted? Where you can go if you want. The herd of zebras who witnessed the tragedy from the shore. They were terrified. They turned and left. But little do they know the death of this zebra in this impending massacre. Even insignificant, not even an appetizer. In July and August every year, the Serengeti will enter the dry season. The meadows are drying up. Hungry animals had to migrate to a river. The Masai Mara, right there, have enough fresh forage for them to use. More than 1.5 million wildebeest, over 300,000 zebras. There are also more than 500,000 antelope, in addition to more than 200,000 human audiences from all over the world. Together they form the most spectacular animal migration on the planet. The pomp of migration. In the early morning, tens of thousands of wildebeests are the first to move. They huddled all the way, straight into the dangerous Mara River. It's one of the most spectacular sights on the planet. It will also be the largest on the planet. Asura Hell. Due to the abundant food supply, crocodiles in the Mara River, than crocodiles anywhere else in Africa. It's going to be a big circle. This makes the poison of the Mara River for animals will become more dangerous. The zebra herd follows the wildebeest. Also took the opportunity to rush into the river. For these herbivores, only by gathering more numbers is the best way for them to reduce casualties. crocodiles who have a chance to hunt once a year. Even their lives. Habits are changing. They were no longer hungry. Instead, drag dead prey to shore. Then come back and hurry up and continue hunting. So the whole process of crossing the river, the crocodiles won't be full and give up hunting. This is true for wildebeests and zebras. It's the worst piece of bad news of all. Every year there are 10,000 wildebeest and zebra. They lost their lives during this crossing of the Mara River. Therefore, the world-famous capital of the Mara River, also known as the capital of heaven. Except for crocodiles, rapid currents are also a big threat, especially for juvenile zebras. He was swept downstream by the current, completely separated from his mother. Luckily, the little zebra ended up on the other side. But the little zebra who lost the protection of its mother, it's going to be hard to survive.